Good morning, everyone, and welcome into the Bozard Ford studio for the St. Johns County show that's on in the morning. We have an exclusive update on the Marineland auction. Residents are weighing in on Florida's no-wake law after king tides. A veteran arrested after making threats to 2 county commissioners. And the city is looking to Flagler College to help with Nights of Lights parking. We'll get to all that and more, but first we want to thank Bozard Ford. Since 1949, Bozard Ford Lincoln has been more than just a dealership. It's a local legacy built on trust, family values, and a commitment to doing things the right way. Proudly serving St. Augustine and beyond for over 75 years, Bozard offers award-winning service, unbeatable selection, and a state-of-the-art facility with 91 climate-controlled service bays, a quick lane for no appointment-needed maintenance, and even Ford's Garage restaurant right there on site. Recognized with the Triple Crown Award and President's Awards, Bozard Ford Lincoln is where hometown service meets national excellence. Great pricing, friendly faces, and a better buying experience are just off I-95 and State Road 16. Bozard Ford Lincoln, they are driven to inspire. Also, a big shout out to all of our amazing sponsors. We've got Vitus Roofing, Old Town Trolley, Ben 39 Wine Bar, B&S Signs, Facial Rejuvenation Center, Chiba Hut Toasted Subs, St. August Pizza, Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, and St. Augustine Handy Houses. You can support all of our wonderful sponsors and support us with your likes, comments, and shares. You can follow us on Instagram, subscribe on YouTube and Rumble, and download our app from the Apple App Store. All right, good morning, everybody.
Hey, happy late birthday.
I know. Thanks for the sign. That's sweet.
Yeah, Rebecca said, all you have to do is undo it. We were going to put it in the front,
Yeah.
but then the banner would have hit it. So
Couldn't see it.
we got to lean back so you can read it. There
You
you go.
spent so much time on that. I'm not going to lie. It looks great.
Well, I started to do the sag,
Yeah.
and then I ran out of tape on the Y. So look, the Y kind of.
It's all right. It's all right. We're here. We're hanging in. You can't really see why.
It's your birthday, though. It's still your birthday week.
Yeah.
So
44.
woohoo!
Woohoo.
Yeah, I'm almost
Excited.
that too.
That was funny
Yeah.
to tell my sophomores in high school, my class yesterday, that I was 44.
Mhm.
Because they're like so excited because it's your birthday. And then they hear how old you are and their face kind of goes, huh?
Oh, 40,
Like, yeah.
44, and they
A whole
start
44.
they start doing the math like,
Yep.
ooh,
Late 1900s.
Ooh.
Yeah,
wow. Your birthday starts with a 19.
for sure.
Yeah.
Yep.
So,
Makes it easier to card people, though.
yeah, it does. I saw the 19.
Yeah, you're good.
Yeah.
You're good.
I didn't even think of that, you know. I don't know the last time I truly been carded. Like they say, you have your ID on you? And I
Uh-huh.
go like that, and they don't even look,
Yeah.
you know, because why?
Yes.
You know, so I don't know the last time someone's actually looked,
Yeah.
you know.
Because they're required
Yeah.
at some points. Like, you get busted for not carding people and serving
Mhm.
underage. And then you have to ask, even though you obviously have someone that's 21. Yeah. But, yeah, they definitely don't look.
Yeah.
Like, how you doing? When was the last time you were carded? You still carded?
Well, I don't really drink alcohol, so it's
Yeah.
kind of hard for me to get carded.
Why not?
Yeah, I think probably going into PK.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. So mainly going to like a prohibition kitchen or going to like busy times at me hands. I do get carded though.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Oh. Okay, so you still get carded.
Yeah, but not like actually like at the bar unless if I actually want something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've gone to visit people at PK with my daughter, and they won't card me, and then they won't card her because she's with me.
Mm.
Like, that's how you get in trouble right there.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, we were just going to say hi, not like get her any alcohol or anything.
Yeah.
But yeah, that's how you get in trouble.
Mm-hmm. No, there's a lot of people get in trouble with that. Just kind of
Yeah.
take things for granted like that. So,
I've got comments, but I can't see the show. So as long as the comments are working,
okay.
I'm good.
Yeah, I got them both over here. So I've actually, it's the first time my phone's beat your phone. That's
I
kind
know
of weird.
that doesn't
Because your
happen
phone's
often.
getting older.
That's true.
Yeah.
It is
Your
old.
phone, it's your phone's birthday too.
Do we have a question of the day?
We do have a question of the day because today is National Be Ball Be Free.
Mhm.
So I have to take this off. I'm going to put that right there.
Celebrate.
I'm going to do the show topless. All right. It is also National No Bra Day.
Yeah, I'm not doing that.
So I'm going to celebrate that too. I'm
Okay.
going to be braless, but I because I'm braless,
No,
You're gonna take the hit for both of
no,
us?
I'm going to do one more button up because I'm not wearing a bra. So I'm going to button that one up, you know,
Right
because
on.
I don't want to, you know, lose any fans because of the PG-13. But
A little clavicle.
more importantly,
And we just lost 6 viewers.
more importantly, that was when I took my hat off. It is National Dessert Day.
Okay.
Okay, so the question of the day has to do with desserts.
Okay.
Is there a dessert that is one of your strange pleasures? Like everybody has desserts that they absolutely love.
Yeah.
But is there a dessert that is kind of weird that you really like? And I can tell you, mine is I really like upside down pineapple cake.
Okay.
You know, with like a little strawberry drizzle on it.
Yeah.
So that's like, but it looks weird. You know,
For sure.
I mean, there's certain desserts where like, how the hell did they come up with this dessert?
Yeah.
I mean, and my family was famous for it. We had the other one is a chocolate eclair cake.
Okay.
So, and it was with graham crackers, and it was like it tasted like an eclair, but it was cake, and
All right.
you got it really ice cold.
Yeah.
So
I
I
could get
probably
that.
need to get that recipe.
For sure. Mine is probably just because it's so random, like oddly specific, would be the Chili's molten lava cake.
Oh, I'm a fan.
I think I passed this on to my kids though, because if there's like a special occasion or like something really stressful is going on, it'll be like, could we like go to Chili's and have some molten lava cake? So we did go to Chili's for my birthday last night. The kids, it was a hotly debated topic because in my family, birthday person gets to pick dinner, and you know, not every kid likes every restaurant. And so I had one kid politicking hard for a Mexican restaurant because they want a queso. And they're trying to look at me like,
There's never a bad day for queso.
there's never a bad day. But they're looking at me and they're like, well, you could have a margarita for your birthday. And I was like, there's lots of places I could have margarita. They're like, but you really like their margaritas. I'm like, that is true. So like the kids were politicking hard, and ultimately it was like, okay, well, we'll just do Chili's. It's easier and it's less expensive than some of the other options. And as soon as I said Chili's, the kids are like, oh, molten lava. And I was like, oh, molten.
You made the right choice.
Yes, I made everyone happy.
You made the right choice.
No one upset with my restaurant choice, but it's so random. Like,
I do, but I do have to ask though. So how many bowls of chips did you guys destroy?
We didn't get chips and salsa at Chili's. We got
You didn't get the queso?
So we
You
didn't.
get the chips and queso. I mean, the chips and queso. The
queso
salsa's
at
good.
Chili's is different though because it's got like meat in it. I'm like a queso purist. I don't want your meat in there. And
load that queso up.
so for years we would go to Outback, and my kids like the cheese fries at Outback.
Yes.
And so we all agreed to try the cheese fries at Chili's because we hadn't tried them. They're good. They might be better than Outback.
Really?
But Outback's got them beat on the ranch. Well, because Chili's puts jalapenos on the cheese fries. So even if you take the jalapenos off, because you don't want to eat just straight up jalapeno, it leaves a little bit of spicy because you get the juice on there. And so just a little bit of spicy on those cheesy bacon fries. Dude, this is such a fatty birthday, man. But it was good.
Yeah, this might be too much information, but I ate some chicken curry that was homemade last night.
Okay.
And I had to put the yogurt on it.
So you got to leave?
It was so, this morning.
You felt
the curry.
The recurrence of the
recurrence
curry.
of the curry. There was a curry pushback.
All right.
And I'll leave it at that. So,
all right.
But it was amazing. It was great. Thanks.
Yeah.
It's my friend that we call God, because every time he leaves somebody, he's like, God bless. You know, he's one of Sonny. If you're watching, appreciate it, man.
All right, and real quick, my answer is sticky toffee pudding.
Sticky toffee pudding.
That's a good one. I've got something in my eye, so if I blink weird, then I'm just trying to get this thing on.
And I'm telling you right now, we might need to have a dessert off with just the minions out there, because they're talking about
that's some good
we
stuff.
We might have to have a dessert off fundraiser for somebody. So
we could totally do that.
And I'm going to tell you, it's for totally selfish reasons, because I love dessert.
So you gave your answer to start. Yeah. So we've got molten chocolate lava cake. We've got the upside down cake, the eclair, and we've got toffee sticky pudding. Yeah. That's a good assortment.
No, that's a great start right there to the dessert off.
I agree. Yeah. They have changed the Chili's molten lava cake. It used to be one cake with a big heaping scoop of ice cream and then the shell. And it was 2 last night. And I don't know if they just like hooked it up because it was my birthday, but it was 2 molten lava cakes with smaller scoops of ice cream. So it looked like little chocolate boobs on the plate. Oh. It was gone in about 2 seconds because we shared it with like 7 people.
It didn't stay moved very long.
It didn't stay
Maybe they were celebrating National No Bra Day.
For sure, a day early.
Yeah.
In honor of me.
Yeah.
I was wearing a bra last night.
Everybody loves a creme brulee. Ooh, so good.
Creme brulee is good.
But you gotta get that crust on the top just right. So
yeah.
I'm the torch master.
What a claim to fame. I'm the torch master. And you and Louis have to fight over the creme brulee torching though.
Yeah, but you got to make that sound while you're doing it, or it doesn't work.
It doesn't.
It doesn't get crunchy.
It doesn't caramelize.
Because I mean, you got to go again. Yeah, like sound like a sleeve stack. Probably too early for you to know what a sleeve stack is. Land of the Lost.
Okay.
Yeah, they were the
scary. I know that thing.
They were the scary creatures with like like if you can find out the picture of a sleeve stack, that'd be amazing. They have like little claws like this and they scare the bejesus out of you. They're right up there with flying monkeys.
There was a TV show where a guy kept dreaming about the sleeve stack, and that's why I know that they're called that. But that's like way back.
Yep. So.
What show was it? Was it Big Bang Theory? It might have been Big Bang Theory.
Yeah, it was Big Bang Theory. Might have had the sleeve stack. That'd have been about right. So. All right. So there you go. That's a sleeve stack. That's the sound of sleeve stack. In case you want to know the sound that creature makes, it's this.
It's creme brulee torching.
It's creme brulee torching. So
now we know what the FX team used to make this sound.
Exactly. So.
All right, now it's time for a quick check of the weather.
Gonna be a nice day.
Awesome. That quick check of the weather is brought to you by Bin 39. Discover one of St. Augustine's best kept secrets. Bin 39, tucked inside St. George Inn at the north end of St. George Street, with over 95 boutique wines, 50 of them rated 90 points or higher by Robert Parker. It's the perfect spot for a romantic date night or a relaxing after work unwind. Sit by the glass or the bottle in a serene courtyard setting and enjoy live music throughout the week. Open daily, 8 a.m. to 8 p.m. Just stop by and say, I'll have what Irving's having. Bin 39, your taste to discover. All right. Buckle up, baby.
All right. And I got to give a special thank you to Mike Bursch giving us the weather report yesterday.
That was awesome.
What a nice guy.
Yeah, it was good.
Dude, he's such a good dude. I mean, and just anything goes. He didn't hold back anything, and just really, like, he was just a really good dude, wasn't he?
He really was.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to watch it back.
Yeah. And Sid, I just want to make sure you recovered from the weekend, so I'm glad you checked in. So, my guy Sid's out there watching from our reunion. So
awesome. All right, buckle up, baby. It's a Hit the Blake's traffic report.
All right, let's. I'm gonna try my best to make this quick because I really want to get to our exclusive story real quick. So traffic's look fine.
It's fine. All right.
There we go.
That Hit the Blake's traffic report brought to you by Old Town Trolley. Climb aboard Old Town Trolley and experience over 500 years of history in the heart of St. Augustine. This fully narrated 90-minute tour features 22 convenient stops and covers more than 100 points of interest, including iconic landmarks like the Castillo de San Marcos, the Fountain of Youth, and Flagler's Historic Hotel. With open-air views and all-day hop-on, hop-off access, it's the most fun and flexible way to explore the nation's oldest city. Your ticket also includes free admission to the St. Augustine History Museum, and local St. Johns County residents ride free with a full fare guest through the Hometown Pass program. Sign up today at hometownpass.com. Old Town Trolley, the best way to see St. Augustine, one stop at a time. All right, exclusive. Marineland Dolphin Adventure property sold at auction for $7.1 million. The future of Marineland Dolphin Adventure, one of Florida's oldest and most iconic attractions, is entering a new and uncertain chapter today following the conclusion of a high-stakes bankruptcy auction. Sources tell us the property, located along the St. Johns and Flagler County line, sold for $7.1 million, far surpassing the initial $3.5 million stalking horse bid from the Hudson Companies, a Northwest Florida developer known for large-scale projects like Oakleaf Plantation and Silverleaf. Court filings show Hudson Companies raised their bid during the auction to $6 million, but were ultimately outbid by an undisclosed buyer. The winning bidder's identity has not yet been made public. A bankruptcy court hearing in Delaware is scheduled for October 27th to formally approve the sale. The 86-year-old marine park, which first opened in 1938, is often credited as the world's first oceanarium. It has been owned by the Dolphin Company since 2019. The Mexico-based operator filed for bankruptcy in March, citing financial challenges and animal welfare issues across several of its facilities. The sale agreement requires that all 17 bottlenose dolphins currently at Marineland, confirmed in an August USDA inspection that found no compliance violations, be relocated within 90 days of closing. Earlier this year, Marineland's sister property, Gulf World Marine Park in Panama City Beach, was sold through bankruptcy after multiple dolphin deaths. That property went for $3.3 million to By the Sea Resorts, Inc. Marineland auction fueled speculation that the oceanfront property might be redeveloped into residential or mixed-use space, though the company has not commented publicly on its plans. In the wake of the auction, a former Marineland employee is now urging local residents to email the bankruptcy judge overseeing the case in an effort to reverse the sale decision, citing concerns about the park's history, its animals, and its cultural significance to the community. The court will make a final determination on August 27th, officially deciding who will take control of the storied property and what comes next for the landmark marine park that has been one of Florida's coastal Florida's coastal identity for more than 8 decades. All right. So that call to email the judge was to just let the judge know how important Marineland is to St. Augustine and to the history of the area, really, so that it could be weighed in consideration as they make decisions on this sale.
Yeah, and I went down there yesterday, you know, and the employee, there's 36 employees. I mean,
yeah, I'm not surprised.
Everybody's very concerned.
Yeah.
You know, what's going to happen at the end of the month. But you know, the bid, you know, our company was interested in bidding on it, so we were kind of going to do like a resort and try and keep the dolphins, and I don't know if we'd have been
kind of a dolphin quest situation.
I don't know if we could have kept them all. That would have been a big financial burden, and that's part of the reason why this company didn't do so great, because I mean, keeping those large animals alive is expensive.
Yes.
And,
well,
and you got to keep them healthy, and you got to. I mean, there's a lot of stuff you have to do.
For sure.
You know, but when I talked to the group at the Hudson, they stayed in. They were going to try and keep some local ownership. Also, they did it with good intentions also. But there were 2 bidders still going.
Yeah.
And they said, okay, it just got too far away from us.
Yeah.
So, you know, and it ended up landing at $7.1 million. So
yeah, that's a lot.
So yeah, so it's a big number, because it still needs a lot of stuff, even no matter what you're doing with it.
Yeah.
It's been there since 1938.
Yeah.
You know, and some of the tanks, and I mean, you know, I gave a good look at it.
Yeah.
You know,
there's definitely
it's definitely showing its age. Kind of like me.
Well, the habitats that are there now were the ones that were built when I worked there.
Yeah.
So the original habitats are gone.
Yeah.
Those habitats are about 20 years old that are currently on the facility. So
the arena's still in the same spot. How did they do that?
So the parking area, that's where the circular oceanarium and the rectangular oceanarium were. So the big blue arches, that's where the parking lot is right now. Yeah. And then there's a space where I think they have a tent before you get into the actual habitat. That's where the Dolphin Stadium was, where the pilot whale habitat. So that's where those original habitats were. And so the 2 original 1938 habitats were the circular oceanarium and the rectangular oceanarium. The Dolphin Stadium was built later.
when I went as a kid, there was an arena, and I swear I thought it was
the Dolphin Stadium.
The Dolphin Stadium. So that's still the same place, right? No, it's not.
That's the space between the parking lot and the habitats now.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So there's, as you're walking into the habitats, there is a gate and a fence right before you get in,
because they had
that gate would go to the Dolphin
They had the
Stadium.
theater across the street and the electric eel show, which was kind of spooky.
Spooky for employees too, because the electrical wiring inside that building wasn't great, and so either the eels were going to shock you or the building was.
One or the other got you.
Yeah, for sure.
But I mean, it's sad. It's a legacy of our area, even though it's not technically in St. Johns County. It's in Flagler County.
Yeah.
But it's. I mean, they still use St. Augustine as its address. So
Yeah. So the oldest building currently in operation at that site right now is the gift shop. And it's not 1938 original. It's one of the buildings that was built throughout its lifespan, but that's currently the oldest building. So it used to be that you would come out of that gift shop and the steps to the circular oceanarium would be on your left, and it was shark habitat last. I think it was built to be the river dolphin habitat. So depending on when you visited, that would have been on your right when you exited the gift shop.
All right. So you got the expertise here.
Yeah.
So it's got the main strip on A1A on the east side of A1A, and then it has a little pond. It looks like it used to be a fishery. Did they grow their own food there at one point in that fishery?
So
there's like a pond that's attached to this portion of it.
Yeah.
But it's very unique because everything around that pond's owned by somebody else, but that pond.
So yeah, there's the oceanside property, and that's obviously Marineland, and then there on the opposite side of the road, the intercoastal side of the road, that's where the dolphin, that was where the kitchen was. So we would come in, we'd clock in, we'd set up all the diets.
There's no land over there that's attached to this cell.
I believe
it's only that little pond.
Yeah, because what happened was when they built the rescue rehab location, they ended up, I think, they had to separate it from Marineland because for safety concerns and quarantine concerns. So those were no longer the same. They were built as the same facility, and then they separated them. And so I believe that's part of Whitney Lab. UF might own it, or parent company of whoever's running Whitney Lab. But some of those fish...
Is it still University of Florida?
I think so.
Yeah.
Some of those fish from the rectangular oceanarium, because the plan had been, what is there right now is just phase one. They were going to rebuild a diving habitat like the rectangular oceanarium, and that was supposed to happen within 5 years. And so the turtles were sent to Epcot. I helped with that move. So sharks went to different habitats. You were there when it was
Georgia Aquarium?
I was there before Georgia Aquarium.
Okay.
I was there. I left when it was still Dolphin Conservation Center, so DCC. So it was before that new Whitney Lab facility, which is old now, but it was before the Whitney Lab facility that's currently there was built. Yeah. And so some of the fish that were in the rectangular oceanarium, if you learn to scuba dive, if you got your dive certifications in the rectangular oceanarium, some of those fish are still in the ponds across the street.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, they're still taking care of them because that was one of the temporary habitats for them. So you'll see the
it's
aquarius
temporary, but not so temporary.
Yeah.
How long do fish live?
There were fish in there that had been in there since at least the 50s when I helped move them. Yeah.
I don't think I realized fish lived that long.
Well, if they're well fed and they have high quality H2O, then they're good. Yeah. And I mean, you can't beat water quality at Marineland.
I guess that's how I made it.
It's straight from the ocean. Yeah. And so as long as your water quality is good, then so there's been aquarists on staff the entire time taking care of fish that you see and fish that you don't see. They also take care of the tortoises that are there, and there's been research projects ongoing with sharks. I believe the sand tiger sharks have been gone. I think they have nurse sharks back again. So any animal that's not a dolphin is taken care of by the aquarist staff. And there's been research ongoing at Marineland for almost its entire existence.
Yeah. All right. And Betty asks if it's still open. As of yesterday, when I talked to staff, they're not open today, but they are supposed to open. They're open Wednesdays through Sundays, and they're closed on Mondays and Tuesdays. So I think they're planning on staying open until the judges. What the staff knew, that's what the plan was yesterday.
That's what I've heard.
Yeah.
Follow Marineland Dolphin Adventures Facebook page. They have updates on their hours when they're open. They've still got a job posted. I mean, their hope is that they can continue the work.
Doing.
So yeah, check their Facebook page. They have updates on pricing, specials, and hours. So definitely go check that out. And if you haven't been in a while and you want to go and see those animals before the final decision is made, then go out there, tell the staff you love them. They're going through it, guys.
Yeah. No, they're pretty pretty shook up. I mean, because just not knowing is part of the problem. So.
For sure.
Yeah. And real quick, so Tim Gauss actually sent me some 2 photos.
Yep, that's
here.
his dad. Yeah. So that's the Dolphin that's the Dolphin Stadium, and when you looked at the Dolphin Stadium from the bleachers, there were 2 habitats in the back on the left, and there's one habitat that was round in the back on the right, and there was a small satellite pool like way on the side on the right. The deep one was called the whale pool, and I didn't know why it was called the whale pool. Yeah, and the boys would hang out in the whale pool, and I just wasn't a part of Marineland at that point. And they're like, well, that's where the pilot whales lived. And turns out Tim's dad was one of the pilot whale trainers. Yeah. Which is wild.
He was a pilot of a pilot whale.
For sure.
I think he's riding
he's riding a pilot whale right there in that picture holding that flag.
Yeah.
Which is funny. Yeah. But like Timex would do commercials. Nellie was the spokesperson for Timex for a long time.
Nellie, she still has the record, right?
She's the oldest living dolphin ever.
No longer with us, but
she passed away about a decade ago. But yeah, she's the oldest known dolphin.
How old did she
to
get
this
to?
point?
Like 65?
67, I think.
Okay, all right.
I can't remember.
All
right. I was having babies and my memory's all foggy during that time when she passed away. I did go to her funeral with 2 of my kids. Libby wasn't born yet.
Yep. All right, we got to get to some other stories because we got some other stuff. But we had some breaking news, so we wanted to make sure we got that out for you guys. And I know everybody loves what's going on, or not what's going on right now, but loves their experience.
Yeah, loves Marineland. St. Augustine veteran arrested for threatening county officials was once featured in a documentary on war trauma. A St. Augustine man who once appeared in a national documentary about combat veterans struggling with PTSD is now facing felony charges after posting a violent and threatening image of 2 St. Johns County commissioners. Deputies say 44-year-old Nathan James Keys posted a graphic photo on social media platform Blue Sky under the account Atheist Pizza News. I don't know if pizza wants that heat. Mm-hmm. The image showed Commissioners Ann Taylor and Krista Josephs being attacked, one struck with a sword, the other with an axe, with a caption reading, "Totally torched by the pro-Komodo mob, totally epic defeat." Investigators determined the post was a threat of bodily harm towards public servants. The term Komodo refers to County Attorney Rich Komodo, whose appointment both commissioners had opposed. Through digital tracking and subpoenas, deputies traced the post back to a phone number registered to Keys. When they arrived at his home on October 9th, he initially denied making the post, but deputies say when they dialed the number, the device in his possession rang. Keys was later accused of trying to hide the phone under a piece of wood in his backyard as investigators returned with a search warrant. I'll put it in the log pile.
Yeah.
He was arrested.
They'll never find it there.
It won't vibrate, knock over boards. He was arrested and charged with corruption by threat against a public servant and tampering with evidence, both felonies. His bond was set at $7,500. This isn't Key's first brush with the law or with public attention. In 2009, he was featured in a PBS documentary, In Their Boots, in an episode titled From War to Prison. The film followed his life after returning from 2 tours in Iraq, showing his battles with severe PTSD, heavy drinking, and anger after combat. Keys' mother, Jamie Keys, told reporters at the time that her son was a suffering veteran who never got the treatment he needed. The documentary detailed a 2008 incident in St. Augustine when Keys was arrested for firing a gun during what police describe as a road rage encounter. Ooh. His mother said it was a PTSD flashback, claiming he fired warning shots into the air. Keys later served prison time and received psychiatric care. His current Blue Sky account, now renamed Atheist Left News, includes pizza distanced itself. I knew it. Includes posts criticizing former President Donald Trump and what Keys described as America's broken political system. His case is now in the hands of the state's attorney's office. All right. Well, I appreciate his service. I'm terribly sorry for what he suffered.
Yeah, I think he's still going through some stuff.
He's still going through some stuff.
We can't, but you can't threaten people.
No.
It's not a freedom of speech at that point. And,
yes.
you know, Commissioner Joseph's going through a lot of stuff. And, you know, people have to be human first.
Yes.
You know, if somebody's political views are different than you, that is their right to have different political views.
Mhm.
It is not your right to threaten them or, you know, make them fearful of you. So I think the punishment will equal the crime.
Mhm.
And I hope this man the best at getting himself back healthy.
For sure.
So.
He definitely needs some help. All right. We've got Gas Buddy Gas Report. Tell us in the comments what gas prices are looking like around you. I've got Shell at 146 King Street at $2.84. Shell at 216 Ponce de Leon Boulevards at $2.84. Owens on South Ponce is $2.84. Sunoco on North Ponce is $2.85. Sunoco on South Ponce is $2.86. Shell at 2350 North Ponce de Leon Boulevards at $2.93. Gate on Mizell Roads at $2.99. Gate on US 1 North is $2.99. Mobile and Circle K on South Ponce de Leon Boulevard is $2.99. Circle K on US 1 North is also $2.99. All right, that Gas Buddy Gas Report is brought to you by Chris Lucero Bail Bonds. Trouble with the law? Call the name St. Augustine has trusted for years. Chris Lucero Bail Bonds, available 24/7. Their experienced and compassionate team works fast to get you or your loved one out of jail and back home. From paperwork to release, they make the process simple, discreet, and stress-free. No judgment, just help when you need it most. When time matters, remember the name and the number. Chris Lucero Bail Bonds at 904-822-BAIL. That's 904-822-2245. Got live music today. John Hughes at Milltop Tavern at noon. Brett Blackshears at Tradewinds at 1. Sean Ryan's at Bin 39 at 2 o'clock. Mark Hart is at Tradewinds at 5. Jeremy Weinglass is at Michael's at 6 o'clock. Jim Johnston's at Prohibition Kitchen at 6 o'clock. Damon Slaughter's at O.C. White's at 6 o'clock. Smokin' Joe Showers at Ann O'Malley's at 6. St. Augustine Tonight Show taping with Crab Creek at Lincolnville Museum and Cultural Center at 7 o'clock. Matt Wilson's at Cortesi's at 7. And Steepwater Band is at Cafe 11, closing out the night at 8 o'clock. That music report is brought to you by Fidus Roofing. When it comes to protecting your home, trust Fidus Roofing and Construction, voted best of St. Augustine every year since 2012. As a GAP Master Elite contractor, Fidus installs the GAP Lifetime Roofing System and expert metal roofs built to withstand Florida's toughest weather. From emergency repairs to full replacements, plus pavers and gutters, Fidus delivers quality, durability, and energy savings with every job. For Fidus Roofing, call 904-355-ROOF. That's 904-355-7663. Fidus Roofing, where trust is built from the top down. All right, tapping into the trends. We talk about AI a lot.
Yes.
This day and age. So what if I told you that people, well, they trust AI with all sorts of things.
Yeah.
Search engine's the best.
We
in my
use
opinion.
AI to clean up things, and I use AI to clean up things. And
Yep.
I mean, all of us use it as a tool,
Mm-hmm.
but I don't know how much I trust it.
Maybe don't use it as a travel agent,
Oh.
which is a thing. It's a thing.
No.
So imagine paying good money to see a gorgeous geographic marvel in the mountains of Peru, only to get there and find that the location you are trying to hike to on your own without a guide was an AI hallucination. Do you know what an AI hallucination is?
Yes.
Yeah, so it's when AI tells you something that's not real. It's when they like totally botch it. They call it a hallucination. So these people are on their way to a 13,000-foot vista with no oxygen in their packs, and they would have no cell phone signal. The BBC reported that a local guide overheard them enthusiastically talking about their plans and was like,
Whoa.
no.
You can't do that.
So, quote, this is from the guide that overheard them. They showed me the screenshot, confidently written and full of vivid adjectives. I love this. But it was not true. There is no sacred canyon of Humantai, said Gregoria Meza. The name is a combination of two places that do actually exist, but bear no relation to the description in the post. The tourist paid nearly $160 in order to get to this rural road
It doesn't exist.
to start their hike to a place that doesn't exist.
Gosh.
Yeah. The guide said,
But so thank goodness the guide was there.
exactly, if he wasn't
These
there,
guys would have been lost in the woods somewhere.
and if he was like, whatever, idiots, then they just would have been on a mountain
They'd have
in
been
Peru.
dead. They'd have been dead.
Like, awesome.
This guide saved their lives, and hopefully they
For
can
sure.
understand this guide. And hopefully they got a different tour out of this, and
hopefully they went to see Machu Picchu. It's lovely. Go with a legitimate guide.
Machu Picchu and llamas.
This is not unusual, though. 30% of travelers say they use AI tools and AI travel sites to plan their trips. So they set another family, they were traveling in Japan. They set off at 1,500 hours for a hike in the mountain summit. They were trying to see a sunset, and ChatGPT had instructed them to leave at this time to get to the summit for the sunset. That's when the problems showed up. They head up the mountain. They don't know. ChatGPT didn't tell them that there is a hard lock on the mountain at 1730 hours. So they leave at 1,500 to get to the summit, hoping to then come home and sleep in their hotel. They are not packed for an overnight stay, but that is what they got. They got an overnight stay on the mountain because that rope gets pulled at 1730 and no one's getting off. So they're stuck at the top of the mountain.
I have made a similar mistake when we climbed Katahdin in Maine. And luckily we did take our headlamps with us. But we were not prepared to be there overnight. And we had at the bottom of the mountain, you know, they said, okay, it's like a 4-hour hike up, you know, and we're like, okay, we're young. We can do this. The other people with me were young.
Yes.
But it took every bit of 4 hours. You know, and we're like, okay, we thought we could do it in 3, get back and get. Well, the problem is as we get out of the rocks coming back down, and we knew we didn't dilly-dally at the top. We came back down. But as we got back and we got out of the rocks and out of the mountains and we got into the woods, it started pouring down rain, and that's when it got dark. And unfortunately, at some point, my headlamp was turned on in my bag, and it was dead. It was dead. So I'm having to look over my hiking friend's shoulders, and I got one in front of me, one in back of me, trying to show me where it's at. But we're talking like pouring down rain in heavy forest and rocks everywhere, and I kicked a rock and I broke my big toe on the very first day of a 7-day hike. So I went through the 100-mile forest with a broken big toe. So,
and no headlamp.
No headlamp. We didn't hike at night again after that, but we weren't planning on hiking at night. But I had batteries back at my tent.
But you didn't have them.
I didn't have them. I mean, so I had a headlamp the rest of the way, but So that was Maine, and it was still beautiful. Katahdin's a beautiful mountain, but that's still only 7,000. That's still only 7,000. Like I think it's 6,500 feet. 13,000 at 10,000. The oxygen gets really thin.
And they were not prepared for that altitude at all, and they were going into a death zone with no destination, so they were just going to be lost. I'm glad that guy actually listened to them and actually intervened. So in the immortal
if he
words,
do that, I think they're dead.
For sure, they're just gone. In the immortal words of Ronald Reagan, if you're going to use AI for travel plans, trust but verify. Multiple sources. Don't only use AI for your itineraries.
I think I saw that quote by Lincoln too. So,
I heard. All right. Tap into the trends brought to you by Facial Rejuvenation Center. Ready to look as young as you feel? At the Facial Rejuvenation Center in St. Augustine, they specialize in natural, lasting results. Whether you're considering Botox, fillers, advanced skin treatments, or facial surgery, their expert team tailors every experience to your unique beauty goals. For more than 21 years, the Facial Rejuvenation Center is proudly serving the local community, offering a wide range of services, including chemical peels, microneedling, dermal planing, radio frequency treatments, and laser hair removal, and much, much more. Discover renewed confidence in a warm professional setting because you deserve to love the face you see in the mirror. Call 904-810-5434 or visit frcenter.com to book your consultation today. All right. Back into the news. Cordova Street residents will weigh in on a new no-wake law during tidal flooding. Parts of St. Augustine has been taken on water for several days now as king tides push flooding into neighborhoods, and residents say one thing is making it worse: drivers ignoring the water, plowing right through it. Along Cordova Street near downtown, high tide flooding has become almost routine. Homeowners say the water itself isn't always the problem. It's the waves from passing cars that push water into their yards and towards their homes. I knew the street flooded during hurricanes, said Susan Meyerson, who retired to the neighborhood last year, but I didn't realize it flooded during king tides. I didn't even know what a king tide was until December. She says she's gotten used to hunkering down and watching what she calls rooster tails of water as vehicles barrel through the flooded streets. That kind of behavior is exactly what a new Florida law passed this year aims to stop. The No Wake Law, which took effect in July, allows law enforcement to ticket drivers who create excessive wakes on flooded streets, similar to no wake zones in waterways. It's fantastic, but I don't know how you enforce that, Meyerson said.
I don't know how the cops are going to be there.
Yeah,
the roads are flooded.
Exactly.
So I don't know how they're going to be there.
She continued, if I were a police officer, I wouldn't want to be standing on this corner when it's flooded. The law classifies violations as moving infractions, typically carrying a $60 fine, though no specific citation amount is listed in the legislation. Neighbors say the problem isn't just waterlogged lawns, it's damage to property and landscaping. The landscaping stones here get pushed all the way up to the house every time it floods, says Mitch Keaty, who lives nearby. I have to rake them back every single time. Another resident, Nancy, I'm so sorry I can't say her last name, Warneri, says the wakes from speeding cars make the flooding far worse. That water is pushing into people's yards and up close to their homes, she said. For now, neighbors like Meyerson are doing what they can, waving down drivers, trying to stop tourists and locals alike from making things worse. I mean, they're tourists. They don't know what these roads do. They flood, she says. But this has been a nightmare.
It's horrible. It's absolutely
terrible.
horrible. And Blake had to talk me out the fence one time. I almost threw a hatchet at a guy in a truck. So, I mean, I got so mad at the. I mean,
that was quite an escalation.
Yeah, it got dark really quick, didn't it, Blake?
It did.
Yeah, Blake grabbed me because I was going down with the hatchet in my hand. This little punk. Yeah. So, but I mean, he'd come by like 3 times.
Yeah.
And on the 3rd time, and he was in a big, daddy's truck. I'm pretty sure he's a Putnam County kid. Yeah. Just I was ready to end him.
Was he just joyriding down a flooded street?
Yes.
Yeah, he was.
He wasn't like going to see anybody and just back and forth.
It was during Ian or one of those.
Yeah,
I think it was Ian.
It was during Ian.
And he's just
it was
at
extremely high, and finally I just had enough, and I just went. If he'd have said sorry, because he's rolling it right into our steps and into our house.
Yeah.
And it's just like, no, if he'd have said sorry, I'd have been like, all right, cool. No, but
don't come back.
Yeah. But he had his girl with him, like sitting in the bitch seat, right here. And yeah.
Don't be that guy.
Yeah.
Don't be that guy.
You can catch a hatchet. My neighbor across the street was laughing at me.
Yeah.
I get it, but a hatchet?
We don't keep the hatchet on the porch anymore.
Yeah, that's a good call.
Yeah.
That is good safety measure.
It was there for chopping wood for the chimney, and that was, I had it in hand.
It's only just the only thing we really keep for like during hurricanes is our new oh shit stick.
Yeah. Yeah. So the hatchet's no longer on the front porch.
That is a good safety measure.
Yeah.
All right. St. Augustine City Commission looks to Flagler College to ease Knights of Light's workforce parking. St. Augustine leaders are taking new steps to tackle one of the biggest headaches of the holiday season, parking during Nights of Lights. The City Commission has proposed a temporary plan that would give downtown employees better access to parking while Flagler College students are away on winter break. Under the proposal, a Flagler College parking lot on Malaga Street would open to workers in the historic district from December 14th through January 4th, the same period when the school is out of session. The move would make 250 parking spaces available to employees of downtown businesses operating during the festival. To use the lot, workers would purchase a $50 parking permit, which allows access but does not guarantee a space. Revenue from those permits would be shared between the city and Flagler College, with the school receiving 20% of the proceeds and a minimum of $1,000, and the city using the rest to cover administrative and operational costs, including 24-hour security. City officials say this agreement could provide much-needed relief for downtown workers who often struggle to find parking during the busy Nights of Light season, which runs from November 15th through January 11th. The City Commission is scheduled to review and vote on the proposal Monday, with hopes the partnership will ease congestion and support local businesses during one of St. Augustine's most popular events. This sounds like a cool partnership.
Yeah, I like this.
Yeah.
I like this. And the kids aren't there.
Yeah.
So that parking lot needs to be utilized to help the city. So
Yeah.
thank you, Flagler, for that. And thank you for the city for putting it together.
Yes. All right, Troy, how do you want to check the comments today?
I am sorry, Bobby. I did not see what you wrote down. So on this terrific Tuesday, I will trundle through the tribe's terrific temperature.
All right, I was trying to find it for you. I did.
Yeah.
All right, that terrific trundle is brought to you by BNS Signs. Want your business to get noticed and stay that way? Turn to BNS Signs, proudly family-owned and serving St. Augustine for over 50 years. From bold vinyl lettering to towering pylon signs, they specialize in high-quality custom signage built to last. Their expert team handles everything: design, installation, crane service, repairs, and maintenance with fast, responsive service that keeps your sign looking sharp. Make a lasting impression with BNS Signs. Visit bnssigns.com, because when it comes to signs, they do it all. Also brought to you by St. Augustine Handy House. Need a custom or prefab portable building that's built to last? Come to St. Augustine Handy House, proudly owned by Troy Usian Enterprises and serving the community since 1988. With over 70 structures in stock, from sheds and barns to carports and offices, you'll find the perfect fit for your needs. Every building includes free delivery, leveling, and anchoring, plus easy financing options. Visit them on State Road 16, open Monday through Saturday, or call 904-823-9092. St. Augustine Handy House, where quality meets convenience and community matters. All right, Troy, give us a comments report.
All right. So, okay, Costco is at 270. Buc-ee's is 270. The BP's at 297. At 299, we have Wawa, Racetrack, and Speedway. Thank you guys for that. Kenny talked about the bear tags, the environmental people buying up the tags. So
if you want to stop it, that's one way to go.
that's the way to do it.
Yeah.
Spend the money, the state gets the money, bears still live. I'm completely okay with that.
Yeah.
I don't have a problem with that at all.
Because it's still financing what it needs to finance, which is conservation for the bears.
Exactly. So I'm okay. And I'm not sure who put this in, but I think they're going to have to prove to me that these things actually exist. They're called Brookies.
Brookies?
They're cookies and brownies together. I don't
What?
believe they actually exist.
So you're going to have to bring it
You're
to
going to
the
have
studio
to bring us some of these Brookies
on Lewis Speedway.
so we can prove that
All right.
these things actually exist, because they do sound amazing. Rain Tree desserts. Ooh, yeah. They're amazing. One of our football sponsors, by the way.
There are
And-
recipes for Brookies.
Oh gosh, no. So I think someone's already mastered it. So
All right.
I think was it Joy that wrote that down. I'm not sure, but I mean there was some amazing desserts. I'm glad to see there's a dessert lover crew out there.
Yes.
Because I'm serious. I think we have to have a 904
A
dessert
dessert off?
day. Yeah.
It's better than a
We
pie
might do that
in the
as
face.
yeah, it's much better than a pie in the face.
We could
So-
do a 0.5 that ends with a dessert tasting contest, and you vote on the best dessert.
Yeah.
We could do
So-
that.
And Anastasia says Brookie's life changing. So I believe that. So
I'm ready for my life to be
I'm
changed.
ready to be changed. So
I am looking for a change.
Yeah.
All right. Do we have a Stoidum stat?
All right. Stoidum stat today, 1912. You
All
got to
right.
listen to this story, because this story doesn't really, I can't believe this is real. 1912, Teddy Roosevelt's doing kind of a meet and greet outside of a hotel.
Okay.
And a gentleman walks up to him and shoots him right in the chest.
Okay.
All right. Shoots
As
him
you do.
right here over the heart. Shoots him in the chest. All right. All right. The only thing that stopped it, he was wearing an overcoat, and he had his speech and
Okay.
a glass flask, I'm assuming, that was there.
Yeah.
So it went through. It actually got lodged in his chest, but it didn't do it. It was a flesh wound, but the fragment was
But it
still
was in there.
stuck in his chest.
Dude.
All right. Teddy Roosevelt gives his speech and then goes to the hospital. But about 2 seconds in, he pulls out the bloody speech that has went through, and he proclaims, "You see, it takes more than one bullet to kill a bull moose," because this is when he was running and he ended up losing to Wilson because him and Taft kind of split the votes.
Yeah.
But the gentleman's name was John Schrank. He was considered mentally insane, and
All right.
he ended up dying. He didn't die till 1943 in a mental institution. He never left that institution
Wow. All
from
right.
that day. But what a badass, Teddy. Teddy has a bullet lodged in his chest, and the speech was over an hour. Okay, that would be like us, longer than us doing this show with something lodged in our chest. I love the 904 now. But I promise you, I'm going to the hospital. So.
I mean, I did the whole show with an eyelash in my eye. Does that count?
That's almost the same. That's almost the same.
How did that not win him the presidency?
I don't know. Well,
It's a different time.
Because Taft,
They're harder people.
Because Taft and him, because he didn't, Taft and him split that vote.
Yeah.
So that was what screwed everything up.
Yeah,
And that's why we have Wilson.
And but puzzles back in 1912. But people actually voted. Like most people weren't like educated. Like and probably actually won. Like probably like actually listened to politics and probably just didn't vote on good vibes. I guess.
Well, you got to think of right now. It's mid-October.
Yeah.
You know, and the election's first week in November.
Uh-huh.
The rest of the world might not even heard.
Yeah.
Of
News didn't travel as fast.
Yeah. I mean, it was in the newspapers, but that was, if you just, it wouldn't have been like on CNN.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have been on everybody's social media feed.
Nope.
All right. That's Totem Stab brought to you by St. August Pizza in downtown St. Augustine, right at the corner of Riberia and MLK. Get yourself a slice today because it's delicious.
They have cannolis.
Ooh. Do we have plugs, Troy?
All right. I just want to say thank you for coming out Sunday.
That was awesome.
We had a lot of fun doing the fundraiser.
Mm-hmm.
During our auction time, we raised a little over $6,000.
That's so great.
I don't know how we finished in the scheme
the
of all the auctioneers.
Yeah.
But usually the guy at the end
Uh-huh.
kind of knows the number and just writes a check. Sorry, Terry. I know your trick. So, and we appreciate you taking care of Says the way you do. But I mean, it's just a fun event, and I think I've done it. I think I've done it almost every year that they've had it.
I didn't know Lenny was there. It was so crowded, and it was hard for us to get around. And so I was trying to like laser focus on the stage so I could get there when I needed to. So I didn't see Lenny until I hear the bid 69 come across.
Well, Lenny did. In your defense, Lenny did come in after we were on stage.
Okay.
Yeah.
I felt so bad that I didn't say hi to him before. I was like, how did I miss him?
Yeah.
And then I just hear a familiar voice scream out 69 as we're looking for bids.
The funny thing is, the funny thing is about item number 2. I was like, hey, Lynn, and you never even heard that.
I never heard that.
You never even
I was
heard
working.
that. Yeah. So.
That was a really cool night. Thanks, Says, for having us out. That was a lot of fun.
Yeah.
Do you have any plugs for us, Blake?
No plugs.
All right. Don't forget to like and follow us on Facebook, Instagram, subscribe on YouTube, and Rumble. Bollocks tonight. Bye, guys.
Bye.